does. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars.
Alright, so to start off, I went over my entire lid and brow bone with NYX's white eyeshadow base. This will help the eyeshadows grip better and allow the bright colors to pop more. From there, I started building a really simple curved eye shape by just taking a hot pink shadow and focusing on the outer corner and in along the crease. And then I followed that with a darker magenta shadow and then a deep purple, just to help gradually build the depth and dimension that I was after. With a clean fluffy brush, I made sure the edges were blended out, and then quickly jumped to the complexion by taking the same white and focusing on the high points of my face. And then using a hot pink eyeshadow, I started building the color all over my face and neck. I didn't worry too much about the forehead since I knew I'd be filling that in later on, but I did make sure to carry the color as far down as needed and over my ears. To contour the face, I really packed on the pink shadow along my cheekbones and jawline. I wanted to create more of a severe cheek shape, so I pulled the lines towards my mouth and then feathered it off. And then just as I did with the eyes, I used the magenta and purple shadows on top to better define the area. To help the eye stand out, I took a silver eyeshadow first and focused that on the lid in a C shape, and then over top I added a holographic silver glitter. Be sure to keep your eyes closed while the glitter is drying so it doesn't transfer up to your crease. And then I quickly filled in my brows with the magenta shadow. Here you could go for any brow look you like. I just aimed for a decently strong shape that would help frame the eyes. To line along my eyes, I started with a black gel liner as I find it goes over glitter a little easier. I created a double wing with this, and then to clean up the outer points and inner corner, I just used an Inkpot liquid liner. I carried the same gel liner underneath my eyes and along the waterline, making sure to set it with a black eyeshadow so it wouldn't move on me. Then over top of that, I couldn't resist adding a duochrome pigment to the inner corner for a strong, fun highlight. As a final touch to the eyes, I just used the white base to brighten the entire inner area and under the brow, and then set that with a matte white eyeshadow. And then since I was in the area, I decided to contour my nose to get a significantly thinner shape than my own. I did this by pulling the pink shadow in very close down the center of my bridge and blending it out. I felt this kind of helped add to the otherworldly feel I was going for with this look. Along the face, I quickly went over the areas I wanted a bit more dynamic by taking an iridescent lavender shadow and mostly going along the high points of my face again. And then I just also deepened the cheekbones a bit to help them stand out as well. And now for the fun part, making a galaxy on your forehead. I originally looked at numerous galaxy pictures online and was able to take what I enjoyed about them to try and recreate. I found it easiest to start with a white cream base to create a focal point for where the colors will sit. For pretty much this part, it's just a lot of adding colors like pink, magenta, purple, and blue around the white area and blending them out with your fingers. I just kept in mind that I wanted an almost smoky, cloud-like look to the shadows, so constantly ensuring soft edges and random placement helped achieve this. A good cobalt blue comes in handy here because it acts as a great transition color for the black that gets added next. Blue has more of a richness to it, so it actually helps give the illusion of greater depth to use alongside a black shadow or a cream color. And when I got to the black, I actually started with a matte black eyeshadow to continue that smoky feel. And then for the outer areas and along the tops of my brows, I wanted a really deep shadow, so I used my gel liner to fill in, making sure to blend the gel immediately or else it will set in the pattern that you applied it. Over top of this, you can also add a bit more blue or an iridescent purple for a bit more of a rich color payoff. Also, you might find yourself in need of a makeup wipe to have on hand throughout this process, as it can get messy. For the stars and white overlay, I just used a water-activated white face paint. To get easy various star shapes, I took a bit of that paint on a stiff brush with some extra water and used a flicking motion to splatter the stars around my forehead. And then with the brush still feathered out, I created some extra star clusters, and with the liner brush, I added some extra line details and hand-placed stars to complete the area. For the lips, I pretty much just wanted to mimic what I had done on the forehead and created a little baby galaxy. Alright, so the neck is just going to be the exact same idea as the forehead, but on a grander scale. This is where your years of finger painting are really going to pay off. I used the same white eyeshadow base that I've been using throughout to help plan out where I wanted different star clusters to be and what shapes I wanted them in. Following that, it was the same MO of building up around those areas with pinks, purples, and blues and blending them out. When I got to the black, I did a mix of eyeshadow and another water-activated paint. The paint I just find easier for covering more ground faster, but you can still definitely use a shadow or cream product. The black is going to be where you can really define different areas along the neck and chest. You'll probably find as you move along, certain areas pop out to you and you'll want to highlight them. I did the same white flicking for the stars, and in areas where I wanted thicker clusters, I held the brush much closer and did multiple applications. Then with a detail brush and more control, I added white where I wanted it more and selectively placed the stars. With those finishing touches added, I finished up the overall look by throwing on a pair of lashes, putting in some black contacts, and adding a lavender wig and horns. And that was everything for my galaxy look. Thank you guys so much for watching.